in order to be able to get the dang. Well, damn. Let me tell you the biggest problem I've seen when it comes to men in this dating scene. Now, I'm not going to get into no conversation about alpha, beta, sigma, dudes that don't have their stuff together. First of all, what's your age? Because if you like a 17-year-old dude and you watching this video, don't worry about what I'm talking about. She probably ain't got half of this stuff anyway. It's the dudes that I'm seeing late 20s, 30s, 40s, struggling with certain jobs, don't know what they want to do, ain't got no car, living with their roommate whose nickname is mama. That's not to say people ain't allowed to make mistakes. People are allowed to make mistakes, have life knock them down, be on their comeback, but that usually means that you are not in the place to be dating. Now, a woman can have her life be knocked down, depending on how far we got knocked. Can have her life be knocked down, be on her way, and have her come back, and be dating intentionally. You can't. Well, you can, but not unless you got a plan and you sticking to it, like an exit strategy, 1-year plan. And you know exactly what girl you inviting over. You're going to say, oh, all my furniture ain't got here yet, but I did sign a lease today, so all we got is an air mattress and 2 bottles of water. I'm tell you what, that coochie get a little bit more wetter when it ain't sharing no oxygen with mama. Now, we're not talking about people who have unique situations. Maybe they coming back from drug addiction, things that are way heavier. We talking about just guys out here with a dick dry as baby powder. And that's not to say that a woman always has her shit together, because they don't. However, a man having his shit together and a woman having her shit together, two completely different things. They look completely different. We focused on men this time. Now, that doesn't mean, oh, I shouldn't go meet people, I shouldn't make acquaintances, I shouldn't make friends. Actually, I tell people a lot of times to focus on getting female friends. See, a woman's perspective will ring through a man's mind like Chinese gongs. He almost has to have like this reverence before he really gets to the point where he listens to his guys the same. I can tell you smell sometimes and you'll consider it. A woman will tell you that you smell sometimes and you'll be like, which spots was I missing in the shower? Your body will get covered in X's for every spot that you typically miss, and you may never smell again because of her perspective. The word of a woman is one of the most powerful, strong things that a man could ever receive. Your guys should give you something to look up to, because a woman will give you something to live up to. Which is why when we lonely and we like, if only I just had, and you got to be better enough for the type of woman that you're looking for. But that's a whole nother video. The biggest thing that frustrates me, they are costing their own confidence because of this. Taking jabs to their confidence and then going, oh, I must be ugly because I'm not getting this many matches. I must be ugly because I'm not able to actually secure the first date. I must be of inadequacy because I can't get to a certain level. My biggest problem with this, what you want a girlfriend for if you ain't gonna be able to keep her, right? You out here stressing about a woman because you lonely and you couldn't even get to her if you had one to say yes. Your wee-wee dries the chapped lips and the pockets is touching between your hips. If you want a unisex problem for men and women, it's trying to fix your lonely in unsustainable fashions. In order to be able to get the dang, then that's something different. But if you talking about, I want a girlfriend, I want rubbing my back, I want somebody who's looking out for me, even if you could, you ain't gonna be able to keep that relationship. Now what? You to set yourself up for a heartbreak, which debatably, arguably, and most definitely will hit you harder than any rejection ever could. Getting comfortable with rejection, absolutely necessary to get to the things that you want in life. And that's more than just in dating. If you are out here low confident, struggling, saying that you must be lower worth, you can't get a woman, you can't get a date, you have no confidence that'll be able to hold you up in a relationship. You have no confidence to help you in the sexual department. You're gonna have to raise your dick ambition. Check my old video for that. Because if you can't put the work in to get the pussy, you damn sure ain't gonna be able to put the work in on the pussy. And let me tell you right now, if she been talking something the way that I'm gonna have to make this work, it's gonna have to be overtime. Otherwise, she should have never been talking. And if she can't handle the overtime, well, shoot, once I clock in, you got to pay me for 4 hours. That's the confidence that you should be walking in to every single bedroom, to every single date, knowing what you could bring to the table. You basically cannot fulfill the task that you are asking for. You ain't worth the date you trying to get. You're not even in your masculine. Guaranteed. Even if you attracted a woman, she will leave you for the next dude who has a little bit more. You might have a nickel of masculinity that got it done. But I promise you, there's gonna be a quarter out there that she get to leave for. He was just a little bit cuter, just a little bit smoother, a little more secure. He was just whatever reason she gives herself. And at the end of the day, you are not built to be able to prevent that. You ain't built to be able to secure that. It's a hard pill to swallow. Almost as hard as getting you out your mama house. I try to be nice because I'd be a bad friend if I didn't tell you this. Sometimes we got to get yelled at. When Shia LaBeouf was like, just do it. Do the work. What does the work entail? Acknowledgement of where you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, And yeah, financially. That don't mean we go out here and we trick on them. We don't just trick and throw dollars left and right, left and right, left and right. Actually, most of the best dates ain't even that expensive. You have to be in a place. Hopefully, a powerful energy from a woman can come into your life and you not contaminate that because of the lesser that you're at. Hopefully, you can complement whatever positive energy there is. Though I do like the idea of two people having to be utterly healed, I think that depending on what parts of you and her are not healed, they might be able to play together and therefore be able to heal each other. That's a whole lot deeper concept. But what I want dudes to stop doing is stop taking this against your confidence that somehow you just ain't good enough to do anything. You ain't good enough to get love. You ain't good enough to get sex. Depending on choices that you done made in your life before now, you just might not be ready. So get your bag up, bro, because at the end of the day gon' end. You might as well get started now. Small, big increments. Ain't no success overnight. Only success I ever made overnight was a baby. Me starting this channel, fear-based, is just one of those things where I said, you've been stuck too long, not happy. What I did know was I might as well had to get started. So I made sure I bought every piece of equipment that I was possibly gonna need. So that the only excuse I had was myself. And once the problem became me, well, I had to get addressed. You might want to address yourself. Get ready. Because whatever God brings down the pipeline to you, you're going to want to receive that. Fucking like Ted. Ladies, I hope you agree. I hope there's a man in your life that calls you right now and goes, hey, was he telling you the truth? But also, ladies, you next.